This is one of my dearest friends that goes way back. We've done many things together. He drags me on Spartan runs and go rucks and makes me hurt from my head to my toe. So I said, you know what? You should come up and do a comedy night and see what we do. And we'll see how you feel about this. So once it's all over, he's going to hurt somewhere else, like you hear in GA. I want to bring ReBell to the main stage.
Yeah! There's your song, man. Why isn't he moving?
I want to sit here and watch.
Nothing but me laughing on this thing. Oh my god! Roger.
Oh, I'm so close.
He's so nervous.
Oh man.
You really got him. Great song.
How we doing, Q-Town? You know, I was born and raised in Quincy, California. You know what that means? Diplomatic immunity. Boom. You guys are required to laugh at every joke and no heckling.
You suck!
That didn't take long. So, me and my people, here's my play. I'm going to tell you guys the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And we're going to tackle some tough topics tonight. Topics of taboo. We're talking about religion and politics.
Oh.
Yes, it's not going to be easy. And what better place to start than the Middle East?
Oh,
Question.
Man. Oh, man.
Why are those guys always chucking rocks in the street? Every time I'm flipping through the news, hear me out, every time I'm flipping through the news, it's the same scene. Let me know if this looks familiar. Wow, you could get into a time machine, go back 1,000 years, and they're throwing the same rocks for the same reason.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
He wrote all this himself.
same rocks, same reasons. I forgot my next line. That got the biggest laugh. Okay. All right. So, here's the thing. That's what blows my mind. That's what blows my mind, people.
That was your next line?
Because they're hip to technology. They got smartphones in their pockets. They're checking in on Facebook at the Daily Upheaval. Yeah. They're taking selfies, action photos. They're just trying to get that perfect profile pic.
Oh my god.
Don't you think it's time for them to upgrade to a slingshot? So, here's food for thought. If you were the authorities, wouldn't you just remove all the rocks from the streets? They come there the next day, they're all confused. They go and throw. Finally, one gets frustrated, takes off the sandal, helicopters it over. So, that's the thing. There's a lot of good arms over there, and quite frankly, I'm surprised there's not more of a Middle Eastern presence in our Major League Baseball. They're throwing hanging curved rocks around police shields. Throwing fast stones in a nice little grouping. Ironically about the same size as the police helmet. It'd be funny though if we did draft one. You know he'd set an all-time record for beanballs. He loads the bases up. Loads the bases up, the manager saunters out there all pissed off. Nazir, what are you doing?
Nazir.
This is not what we practice.
It's for Homeland.
Nazir's like, what do you want from me? They're infidels. like an angry, serious type of people to me. It's hard to imagine them doing like an open mic comedy night like this. But you know, if they did, they'd have to check their rocks in at the door. Because the police removed all of them from the streets. Now they're pissed off because they got to tow them around like a sheep ladder. So now they're very angry people. Can you imagine being a comedian, trying to make people like that laugh and bombing on stage? No pun intended with the bombing. That'd be rough. That would be rough. So,
Yes,
Oh man,
he's facing.
I can't wait to show. You're doing great. It's over there. It's over there.
it's over here. It's so disappointing that makes you guys laugh so hard.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
See ya.
Okay, so
See
they don't wanna
average.
bomb- I've almost got it. They don't want to bomb on stage. But on a serious note, if they make one little wisecrack about Allah or the Muhammad, the Prophet, well then the management has to reissue everybody their rocks back so they can issue death by stoning.
Oh.
Hold on a second, I'm not making this up. You can Google check it. 2010, a cartoonist up in Seattle, she drew a picture of Muhammad. Just a regular picture. It wasn't like she drew him twerking or something, just a regular picture. She declared it National Draw of Prophet Muslim Day. And so what happened was the backlash was so severe that the FBI had to get involved and remove her from her life and put her in a witness protection program. It's like, wow. So I don't want to offend anybody here tonight. And I certainly don't want to provoke a death threat. But my God has a way better sense of humor. Example? I didn't hit puberty until I was 18 years old.
Here we go. Here we go.
So
This is the
when
good
I say
stuff.
I didn't hit puberty, what I mean to say is I didn't begin puberty until I was old enough to fight in a war. God's like, hey Jesus, want to have some fun? Go to my closet and get the anti-puberty gun. You know that ReBell boy? Little smart ass? Let's see how he negotiates his way through high school with his balls. With his balls tight up in his stomach. Now I ask you guys, what is worse for a young boy to go, I'm a young boy with macho tendencies, mind you, to go through high school in a small town without a single pubic hair? Right? That's good, right? He knows what he's doing. That's the best practical joke I've ever even heard of. Like, you think of a more worthy recipient. So,
Nice shirt.
thanks to Mr. Powell, I knew exactly what was supposed to be going next. We can count on Mr. Powell for two things. Number one, the truth. That man was a straight shooter. Number two, he had complete discipline in his classroom. Total control, which is probably why they had him teaching sex ed. Mr. Powell, I'm not saying that I thought he might kill me if I didn't do my best, but I wasn't sure. And I could still hear his words, and they're just seared into my memory. A young boy, 11 or 12, usually begins puberty. Generally 13, but no later than 14. Just like a brand right to the psyche, taken to my brain.
I never heard that in my life.
My goodness.
I never heard
So, that being said, if there's any teachers in the crowd tonight, perhaps this might provide a little insight on why I was such a cynical little bastard. I was convinced something was wrong with me. So, every Tuesday and Thursday, I guarantee they don't do this anymore with liability purposes. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine, we would run in short shorts and paper-thin shirts from the Quincy High School all the way down the bike trail, take a right turn to the Rock Bowl Club, sometimes Historic Field, just depending on what mood they were in. And everybody was like, geez, Ryan, you sure are a good runner. You must really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. But I had to beat everybody by 2 minutes so I could get back, take a shower, and come back before those hairy legs, zipping small boys came back and saw what I wasn't packing. I lived in fear, people. Put it this way. This region right here, it looked like a pink piglet's ass, but with a shorter tail. You guys are so, dating.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we could go all night there, but talk about being perpetually stuck in the friend zone. And sports. This is true. So I promise you guys the truth. I've got a driver's license. When I turn 16, it says 5'8", 128 pounds. And I remember at the DMV, I was exaggerating, thinking, I will be someday. Had the stats. Rough. So, I was talking about sports. So now I got that going for me, right? The only thing I ever wanted to do was to play football. I grew up, that's all I wanted to do, play football. But now you understand my predicament. You know what I had to do? I had to play soccer. Listen, there's nothing wrong with soccer. It's a great game. But damn it, I'm an American. What else can I share with you? You guys seem to be enjoying this. Okay, every time I'd answer the phone, people would confuse me with my sister. I'd be like, hello? I can't even fix my voice. I'll do it in normal voice. Hello? Oh, Renee? No. Robin? Nope. Long pause. Roseanne? That's my mom. Oh, here's something I'll share with you that you'll never be able to unknow about me. I can't believe it. All right, so above my headboard, there was a reading light. A reading light, more of a spotlight. Only I didn't use it for reading. I would have like search and rescue missions looking for.
Oh my God!
Full-on inspections, and it was always to no avail.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Finally, Jesus is like, Father, we've had our fun. Couldn't we grant the boy some hair down there before he slits his wrist? God's like, Jesus! You seriously want to wuss out right now?
Oh, good.
We set that gun for 18 years old. Jesus is like, yes, Father, I know. It's just senior prom is next month. And I don't want the boy thinking that I don't hear his tear-filled prayers.
Oh my God.
And God's like, really? He's been praying? Yes. And he's cried? Yes. God's like, tell you what, we'll give him 4. Jesus is like, 4 pubic hairs? God's like, no. We'll give him 4 straight ones, but in the pubic region.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Next day, boom! It was like the clouds parted. Angels were singing. It was beautiful, man.
Oh my God.
There they were in a nice little grouping on the right side, right?
Oh my God. TMI.
Total TMI.
TMI.
That's painful. See TMI? I'll just get warmed up. I'll move to the next topic. Alright, so further proof that the good Lord has a phenomenal sense of humor. I'm 25. I just completed puberty for like 10 minutes. Got rid of the last zit. God's like, hey Jesus, the ReBell boy, he's still falling well short. I think a little humility in his life might be helpful. Go to my closet and get the male pattern balding gun. Oh, and Jesus, make sure you bring the ears, nose, shoulder hair, and ass crack hair bullets. So he gets the gun, boom, right behind his back. Jesus is like, Father, you just hit Britney Spears. So he takes careful aim, bam, he plugs me. And I remember I'm right in the shower, feeling pretty good about myself. Washing my hair. I got a couple loose hairs in my hand. What's this? Couldn't even fathom what was really going on. Get out of the shower, I'm drying off, and I happen to catch a certain glimpse of myself in the mirror. It looks like I sat on goddamn Shabaka's arm. Well played, sir. Well played. Okay, further proof.
Oh no, no. These people know you.
Further
They
proof
know you now.
that the Lord has a divine sense of humor.
Oh God.
My Italian wife is 5'2", 115 pounds, soaking wet. We look as compatible when we're together, small, whatever, as a Great Dane and a cute little Cocker Spaniel. One time, just for kicks, I'm 6'3", she's 5'2". I got on my knees and looked up 13 inches. That's the difference. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a giant. You seriously talk back to me with this kind of physical disadvantage? I was amazed.
He says that all the time.
She's fearless. And it's a mystery to me. You know what else is a mystery? We've been married 5 years and I've yet to catch her pooping.
It takes talent.
And it's not for lack of effort. I've tried. I'll set up full-on surveillance stations with the kids, stakeouts, come through, kick the door, aha! She's like plucking her eyebrows. Oh my God. I just want to make sure she's not a roll by, you know? It's become mythical folklore.
Oh God.
My wife pooping, Santa Claus. I don't believe in either one. If the roles were reversed,
Oh God.
and the prosecution had to hang out with me for 3-4 hours, I'd get the death penalty. So.
There's the page.
Are we turning a page yet? Okay, good. Okay.
Oh God.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Page 2.
You guys don't think it's funny anymore. You're like, okay.
Oh, this is funny.
Okay. All right, I'm going to kick it out to you guys. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. How many in the crowd of Valentine's Day are seriously dating? That's right, fellas. I said, who's seriously dating? Who's serious about the woman they're
Oh,
with?
here we go.
Who we got?
Switch. Bait
Look at
and
them
switch.
squirm. They're like, come on. How's it feel?
Sellout.
Yeah.
How's it feel? Anybody serious? No? Thank you, sir.
Sorry. Oops.
All right, how many engaged?
Raise it.
Oh.
Engaged. All right.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna break an old treaty that us married people all signed.
What?
Because we'll tell you it's great, show you the kids. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing, and that's actually true. But what we don't tell you is what goes on behind the scenes, behind the curtain. So I'm gonna give you a little pearls of wisdom.
Watch it.
I'm gonna impart upon you. I think this sums it up. I was thinking of it the other day. When a woman marries a man, she expects him to change,
Ugh.
mature, evolve, develop. And when a man marries a woman, he expects her to stay the same. Status quo is what we expect. Spoiler alert. Fellas, she stops laughing at all your jokes.
Oh, I've been laughing all night.
Even mine. She doesn't like camping that much.
Yes, I
And she
do.
will eventually stop hanging from the chandeliers in your bedroom.
Oh my god.
And now, ladies, here's yours. You expect us guys to mature and develop? Well, there's never going to be a time where we come out of the shower and pass by the mirror and we don't do this.
He does it every time. I fucking I hate it.
So it's just a slow erosion of expectations after you get married.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you have kids, then it's expedited. My wife and I were blessed with our first child. We got pregnant 3 months after we were married. So we went right to the big leagues. And I have 2 children, and they have collectively pledged jihad against my sex life. Yeah, I said my sex life because I strongly think that she's indifferent and could care less. My kid's names, Chaperone number 1 and Chaperone number 2. And they've developed a sixth sense, if you will, to know when their father's about to put the moves on their mother. And it doesn't matter, it could be 4 a.m., and I'll just reach over to test the waters like this. And Chaperone 2 is like, boom, out on my watch. She's downstairs. It's like too much of a coincidence. I think that my wife has developed like a bat signal that goes up in the room. Or like a shock collar, because it's uncanny.
Oh gosh.
So she comes up, unbeknownst to me, and the sweetest little voice you've ever heard cuts through the dark. Mommy, I had bad sleeps. And I'm like, So, by the way, this is an analogy, an erect penis that's just been hit by a car and is running off with a stolen dog. So invariably, one of the chaperones ends up in bed with us. Here's something else they don't tell you guys. There is a magical, invisible force that directs every single sudden leg kick by that said chaperone into this direct region. I end up sleeping in the defensive position. I go, no. And if I just relax a little, boom, bullseye. And let me tell you, man, that's when you know what you're made of. All guys in here can attest to how bad it sucks to get kicked in the giblies. But to get ripped out of a sleep, that's when you know what kind of man, father, and husband you are. It's rough. So, I know you're not supposed to put the kids in bed with you, and the guy who wrote that, their kids probably didn't have chubby little cheeks. And I'm guilty of this more than anybody. They walk out to the bed, you look at them, and you're like, get in here, I'm going to kiss the shit out of those cheeks. And Besides, she doesn't want anything to do with me, and yeah, I'm not using it. So now I've been reduced. When I need an ego boost, you know what I do, people?
Oh, God.
I go swim laps at the 24-hour fitness pool. What's so funny about that? Let's just say there's a highly percentage of alternative lifestyle people that attend that, and me. And I'm not talking about the Will and Grace, well-kept gay guys. I'm talking about the overweight, pasty white, live in their grandma's basements, pulling 24-hour porn marathons on the internet on a steady diet of Cheetos and grape soda. So picture me, but not straight. So I come in the pool, and it's like that, the caddy shack, when the hot chick comes in the pool and all the caddies stop what they're doing, and she walks across in the high heels and goes on the high dive and swan dives in. In my mind, it's kind of like that. So I come in, sauntering in with my flip-flops. Hello, boys. Kick those off. Well, what's the first thing you got to get undressed to get down to your shorts. I don't wear Speedos. I don't do that junk. So I got to get undressed, pull out, and none of these guys know like which way I swing. So I've kind of been the forbidden fruit. So they're all really eager to figure me out. Now I'm down to my trunks.
Hold this, my arm's going
Well,
up.
I don't want to pull any muscles, so I got to stretch, right?
Oh my
Give it
God.
one of these. What comes next? You got to stretch the hamstrings, right? I basically leave them in a state of yearning.
Oh no.
I do the exact same routine when I volunteer at ladies' night at the bingo party. I know what my strike zone is. I know my target audience.
Oh God.
My street market value. Yeah, I know what my alternatives are. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with my little Italian wife who's as mean as a rattlesnake. I'm not going anywhere, baby. You got me. So, yeah, she's 100% Italian. And I know, odds are, we probably all have a little bit of Italian in us. Chances are, one of the Mario brothers was swinging from the branches of your family tree, banging his head on your great-great-grandma's headboard, the points are popping up. Point, point, point. For the younger kid, that's a Nintendo joke. It's something we used to play. So no, I'm not talking about partially Italian. I'm talking about full-on Italian. And the thing about full Italians, they feed the bejesus out of their loved ones. Put it this way. I got to work out 3-4 times a week. Yes, at the pool. Yes, twerking to Rod Stewart. To maintain this bucket of shit you see in front of me. I call it skinny fat. I got to work out several times a week to maintain this Tommy boy wants wingy double chin. And I lie to myself. I do. I come back from workout, no more. No more. I'm not eating that kind of food anymore. I don't care what she says. You know what she does? She bakes the circular piece of heaven in the form of a chocolate chip cookie. Oatmeal. And she's cruel. She'll just cook one and put it on a napkin and bring it to me. I'll look at it. I don't last long. I'm like, because I'm like a Labrador. I don't just eat a couple bites. I stop eating when the food is gone. So invariably I go up and I zone in on the pile of cookies. And she'll just be appalled at my lack of willpower.
I have to pee.
Oh, really? I just gave you one. You're going to eat all those? I'm like, look, you know what this is. You've been doing this for 5 years. Get out of the way. So try to stand between. Like, honey, I love you. I really do. But you got two options. You can step aside, or you can try and stop me and people can read about it in the newspaper. Her grandma, Josephine Coscarelli, I can't make this up. Down in San Jose, we go there. She doesn't feed you till she's full. She feeds you until you hate yourself. She just scoops it in your mouth. Like, oh, God, stop. And then she'll have the audacity to be like, did you get enough to eat here? Sometimes I just like to mess with her and be like, not really, Grandma, I'm still kind of hungry. She clutches her chest, scrambles to the fridge, pulls out a ham. Just kidding. It's in their DNA, they can't help it. My kids have caught on to this trait. My wife will be at the table, and she'll bluff them. If you don't finish your food, you'll go to bed hungry. I don't care. She'll even go as far to excuse them from the table. But then she's doing the dishes and it just starts to eat at her. She develops like a nervous tick. Starts pacing back and forth. She looks like a cracky. Next thing you know, she's got a little toddler pinned against the wall, jamming food in a little pie bowl. She's like, eat, you little bastard. You got a social security number. You're on the grid. I can't let you die. So, without further ado, I'd like you to meet my wife. Come on.
Yeah! Oh, get up there, Reggie! Come on!
And I need you guys' help.
This was in the script.
It wasn't. But I need you to give my wife a large hand for putting up with me all this.
Yay!
I promise you guys the truth and nothing but the truth. And the truth is, she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love you, and happy Valentine's Day.
Yay! Good job.
So,
is it over?
That's hard.
God's final joke was finding a place in society for a guy like me. And those that know me, they're just so surprised and almost offended that I can have a roof over my head to find a place like me. So, if he can help a walking disaster like me, he could do wonders for you guys. So God bless. I love you.